This is The Insane World of NASCAR by Papa Meat.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and settle down because today we'll be engrossing ourselves in the amazing world of NASCAR. America is home to some of the biggest sports on the planet, but some have a cultural surrounding it that stands out far, far from others. NASCAR isn't just your normal sport. It hosts some of the most devoted fans out there. Fans wait year-round for big racing events and parties like it's their last day on Earth before an anticipation for a big race. And when it's time for the race, the party spills into the stands, which can lead into absolute chaos. There's truly nothing like it, and that's why we'd like to take today to dive deep into the massively popular sport.
I like his pink microphone and arm.
What it's all about, right? I will say that NASCAR, to me, it's a big Southern thing. From the South, you might have had somebody who has indulged in NASCAR in some sort of way.
Yeah, this then submissions.
NASCAR the same way that I've indulged WWE.
Thank you for the follow, Tide subscribe, or the Tide subscribe. Fuck, Tide subscribe.
NASCAR or WWE, oh, I gobble it up. For some reason, they always just have the best stories.
Yeah,
they do.
Some of the ones with the ghost fires.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird concept of getting so engrossed in something where somebody is just driving in a lap the whole time versus other racing like F1 or other kind of motorsports where the tracks are a little more intricate or something. There still is something very fascinating about this sport and the people that are in it and the fans. I don't know why. It's a totally engrossing culture. I think also I started getting into it also was just Talladega Nights. After I watched Talladega Nights, I think I watched
watch Talladega Nights right now.
So thanks, Will Ferrell. Now, NASCAR has always been about partying, even dating back to its origins. And it all started back in the 1920s when the Prohibition was at an all-time high and people needed alcohol fast. Alcoholics were depraved people. They needed their medicine. And people began modifying cars to deliver alcohol to evade police. And after Prohibition ended, many of these same drivers realized that they still enjoyed the high-speed thrills, which led to them hosting informal races. And what started out on gravel back roads soon moved to official dirt tracks, and people began to grow.
Look at those cars. Those were real cars back then.
Initially, only a few hundred people attended, but over time, the crowds grew to thousands, with some events attracting as many as 20,000 spectators.
Look at that!
By the 1930s,
Look at all the fans out there!
If not even surpass like baseball. Baseball stadiums were relatively, I mean, compared to today, were relatively small, but like that was, I feel like that was the big event, sports event. So having people actually turn out to this shit, which also
it's a historic sport.
Like, I mean, the 1930s, the cars are still pretty new back then. You know, they could go that fast. They can outrun a train.
40 miles an hour?
Exactly. Oh my God, he just took that corner at 36 miles an hour clocking. It wasn't until after World War II ended that a group of stock car enthusiasts gathered in Daytona, Florida to officially found the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, aka
NASCAR.
And to this day, they are still finding
one
of the
race.
sport's past. In
the human race.
A massive cove with secret tunnels was found underneath the concrete seating inside North Wilkesboro Speedway. The cave was discovered after a section of seating was removed due to massive cracks, but inside, nothing was found. However, this discovery confirms an old rumor that the racetrack had moonshine operations running on the Speedway grounds. Is what we're trying to, are we trying to convince people that the NASCAR people should drink and drive while racing?
Yes,
I feel like
that is true. So true, King.
And you drive fast?
That's how you add a game element to it. They're carrying barrels of alcohol.
How many laps until you have to do a shot? Oh yeah, so you're carrying a big thing of.
Did you guys ever see that streamer? I don't want to keep pausing it. There's a long video, but do you ever see that streamer who he runs Talladega on NASCAR 25? Excuse me, and every time he completes a lap, he shotguns a beer. And he only runs 9 laps, but he runs 9 laps and then pauses the game, or he runs a lap, pauses the game, shotguns a beer, drives, runs a lap, shotguns a beer, blah, 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 all the way through until the end. I want to do that on stream one day.
Every 10 laps, let's say, you have to take a swig. Oh God. Oh God. Today, nearly 100
This is now we're talking. This is the kind of shit.
NASCAR. And there's no sign of this trend slowing down anytime soon, as the number of viewers continue to grow each year, which is kind of crazy. I feel like every time I hear NASCAR, it's only people complaining, but I feel like I'm not.
Love this man. A cock chair. Oh my God. Hi. It feels like I haven't seen you in forever here.
Hi. We're born into it. Part of the family.
Let's just say a sort of Pixar movie we wasted 2
Best movie ever.
Wild car go vroom, pep, and it makes me go, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful positive community we have here on Reddit. The big titties.
Them big titties.
Yes.
Oh,
There it is.
mama.
I feel like there's no such thing as a niche anymore, too. So the whole thing of like, yeah, NASCAR keeps growing every year. I think also all this different content that people make and everything, I think it's getting people into the, like, I feel like if YouTube and TikTok didn't exist, I wonder if the sport would be growing at the rate that it's still
Oh,
growing.
probably not.
You know?
Social media helps so much with people finding interest.
Yeah, like
How you doing,
one
Cock?
day you're like, I
What's
never
up?
once in my life thought about
you
that,
doing,
and then all of
man?
a sudden, you like just hyper fixate it.
Well, I
on
bet
it.
you that
How's the
Drewski
pipe in your
skit
yard?
got people interested, even though he's making fun of it.
Oh, I think so. Even in those skits, I feel like people are like, I want to go check that out. It's the same shit with like Channel 5 or anything where it's like, yeah, these people they seem crazy or whatever. But I think that it makes people want to go attend that thing because I feel like they're missing out on something a lot of the time.
I guess he has a
Go for
guy
the
off
women.
screen that he
So
can
the
talk
women
about
can
this.
pull their shirts.
NASCAR ladies?
Yeah, a little bird watching.
Yeah, bird watching my ass. Put those away! That's what I'd say. Every NASCAR woman's titties are that of a Gorgon.
I don't know. That seems a little
And just
unfair.
get turned to stone immediately. What's that other?
Listen, being into
Wearing a Dick
NASCAR
Trickle
like
shirt?
ups
Yeah.
your
Hey,
attractiveness
shout out to our
by like
favorite
100.
sponsor, Gamer Subs. which
Gamer
we have
Subs.
Amazing energy drink called Raw Meat. You need to pick that shit up right now. It is summer in a shaker, or hopefully one day a can, because they're starting to do cans in places, and it's delicious. Raw Meat, my flavor is a beautiful cantaloupe watermelon mix that's just it's absolutely
Oh, I
beautiful. We
guess
drink
he
the caffeine-free version
fucked
all
up-
the time.
he
When it
fucked
gets
up
too
the ad
late,
raid.
Gamer
Kill
Subs
this
gives you a little
man.
pep in your step. Pep, pep,
I wonder
pep.
when
Also,
my
like big
Smuggalana
titty
Gamer
women, they have
Subs,
little tub shakers
will
that have
arrive.
big, beautiful tittied anime women on it. So if you like that, they have shakers. Pick up a big tittied anime shaker thing. They like that. You like that? I know I do. If you head over to Gamer Subs
Whenever
right now, you can
the
get
ga-
signed
the
up for some free
Smuggalana
samples.
Gamer
They're all
Subs
good
shaker
flavors. There's not a
arrives,
single bad flavor. They're all
I'm gonna
muy
only
caliente.
drink out of that
They're
on
beautiful.
stream.
They're so tasty. So please head over to Gamer Subs and use promo code
And I'll
POPMEAT
send
at
pictures
checkout,
every
and,
time I do.
tell
Once
them
it
we sent
arrives,
you.
I'm
You're
taking
gonna
a
get
picture
little
of
jiggy with it. I think you'll
me
like it.
putting alcohol in the Smuggalana Gamer Subs
NASCAR
cup.
has yet to separate itself
Hi,
from
Brad
its
Keselowski.
alcohol-fueled origins, cementing it as a major part of the culture even today. Take the Talladega Super Speedway, for example.
the
A
shoey.
track located in Alabama that hosts some of the biggest races in NASCAR history. If you're not into NASCAR, you've at least heard of Daytona 500, and you've probably heard of Talladega. Those are two big ones. And this brings in
That's the
hordes
big
of NASCAR
ones.
fanatics and breaking out all sorts of records. Talladega Boulevard, which is located in the infield of the track, has been home to some of the most balls-to-the-wall partying around. It essentially
It is
becomes
the
a full
biggest
weekend of
party
nonstop
in America.
drinking and
It's the biggest
debauchery,
block
leading
party
up
in
to the main
America.
event, complete with all sorts
I
of
want to go.
activities
It's on
like
my bucket
barbecue
list. I
sauce
want to go to
wrestling,
the.
in which
I want to go to
winners have no
Talladega
award as much
Boulevard.
as $1,000.
Sticky.
Well, I tell
Sticky.
you, sticky doesn't even begin to describe the things I'm thinking. Also, the Dirty Dega eating contest, where fans are challenged to eat a tray of dirt cakes at top speeds for a chance to be crowned Dega's dirtiest champion. What the fuck does that mean? What are
$250.
dirt cakes?
I don't know. What is a dirt cake?
I
Mud
think that's
cake?
just a woman's ass. We're going full speed. It's just, this is Dega's dirtiest champion right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Mamma
Their
mia.
ass is like in the passenger seat, so you're driving, going like this. Oh, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Papa,
There's also
Papa, calm
mud
down.
bogging, where people get in their trucks and race each other through giant mud pits. Now that seems more in line with the redneck kind of thing that I was thinking. A lot of trucks still show up. I thought that people would have a lot of cars, like stock cars and shit. You drive to the race.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not practical in any way, but still.
I'd rather you. There's some people they want to show off. They're beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if I could just
Why
get
not?
on that track, I'd show them how it's done.
That's what they
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Yeah.
I want
Pull
to.
up
I want to
and
race it.
they'll-
I want to go on
Yeah,
NASCAR
exactly.
car.
All I'm looking for is Tony Stewart just to give me a chance. Yeah. By the end of the event,
Tony
an
Stewart
assortment of
mentioned?
weird
That's an
objects
egg.
are left behind, from clothes to used furniture, cable
Oh,
satellites.
if you
sex
guys don't
dolls,
follow
and piles of
Talladega
images, right?
Speedway
Some
on
people
Twitter, you
claim
should,
that they've
even if you're not
witnessed
into
people consume as
NASCAR.
many as 43
But whenever
beers in one
the
day
race
at these events.
ends,
Proven by the
usually
tally
like the
marks drawn
Wednesday
on their backs
after or
throughout
so,
the night, which is a
they
good
put out a
brand.
tweet
How do
where
we
it's
know
just
we're
the
not
weirdest
stupid
things
on
they
baseball card,
found
though?
Why would
in
you?
the
Who's
infield
draw-
after
first
the
of all,
race.
They can't draw it on their
So
own
about
backs.
twice
They
a
need
year,
wait
you'll
for
get one of
Well,
those
somebody else,
threads.
that's
You
what
should
I'm
follow
saying,
them.
They're fabricating it. Dude, you drink this many. But for the love of game, I'd like to think that they're being genuine.
I think so.
There's like an honor. There's like a
I said, you guys, if you're not following Talladega Super Speedway on Twitter, you should, because after the races there, one is in April, the other is usually in like September, October. They will put out a thread of all the weirdest shit they find there at the racetrack. So it's usually like fucking a mattress. There's sometimes like entire fucking camping kits that are left there. So you guys should follow it. It's usually it's pretty funny. Even if you don't care if you give a shit about NASCAR, it's still a good funny follow. Also, you should follow Texas A&M Police. not related, but during football season, they have very funny arrest tweets. They'll be like, male arrested, visibly intoxicated, released to sober wife. And it's like, hell yeah, this guy's in fucking trouble now.
Knight's Code.
I've said if you get caught cheating, there's gonna be
hell to pay. Oh,
Hell to pay,
People's
baby.
stories from Talladega weekend can get pretty intense. One man attended the event with his wife, who would show her breast to other people in exchange for beer that would be dropped in a wheelbarrow he carried around with him. By the end, he claimed he had enough beer to last an entire year. There's no way the tits could have been that good. I was sitting there. Nah. Nah, I'm okay. Just like any community of devoted sports fans, people have a whole array of strange rituals and superstitions that they believe have a serious impact on the result of the race. Some people stay away from peanuts, believing that they are unlucky. Part of this superstition is due to peanut shells supposedly being found in cockpits or grills of cars after life-ending collisions. And some anonymous rumors claim that rival drivers intentionally sprinkle them around cars in order to sabotage.
Oh, I didn't know that one. I've never heard of
thought
that.
NASCAR was into like voodoo.
I've never heard of that before.
It's going to be a bad race for you, man. The color
Why
green
is
is
he
also seen
Jamaican?
as bad luck because a driver back in the 1920s died in a crash while driving a green car.
over 100 years ago.
Over 100 years ago, but you know what? Never again. Actually, that's true. I don't think I've ever seen a green car. Editor, show up some green NASCAR cars. How many of those people won? How many of those people died? What if there's more deaths than wins? You should have listened to me, brother.
Wait, what was that little
Is this
flash
voodoo
on the
priest
end
thing?
there? Hold on. Wait, what was that little flash on the end there?
Yeah.
JK, IDK. Well, so what is this? This is Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Bobby Labonte. I don't know the 41 car. Is it Sam Mayer? That looks like Sam Mayer. Don't know that 20. I don't know that 22. Looks like it's an ARCA car. That's Morgan Shepherd, Chris Buescher, Kyle Busch again, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch again, Austin Dillon. I don't know that 87. I don't know the 27. Austin Cindric. I don't know that car, the 40. Jeff Gordon and Danica Patrick. So one of these drivers did pass away, but it was not from driving a green car.
How many of those people died? What if there's more deaths than wins? You should have listened to me, brother. Is this voodoo priest thing do anything for you? What would a voodoo priest who hangs around NASCAR be?
Like
Doctor.
Dr. Bud. Like Bud
Let
Light.
me think. Doctor Taladetha.
Dr. Hot Dog.
Talladega.
Mods,
Dr.
kill
Hot
this man.
Dog.
Kill him.
Better cut all that. Racer George McKenzie died in 1936 during the Indianapolis 500 after being launched 30 feet through the air when his car had overturned because he had just shaved his long beard beforehand for his wedding
Thomas
ceremony.
Home.
It became
Mods,
bad luck
light
to
him on
shave
fire.
before a race. God damn.
I like how like one thing, like something.
You should have shaved your beard.
I love how it's just like one thing happened and then someone gets in a wreck. They're like,
Never again.
Never.
Hey, to be fair, if I'm racing at high speeds like that, I'd probably be a little superstitious too.
Yeah.
I guess I can wait till after the race. At another NASCAR event, champion Joe Weatherly died in a crash after being given two $50 bills by his friend that he kept on his person during the race. From then on, $50 bills were considered bad luck. I've actually heard of that one. Something where, yeah, guys will like take the cash out of their wallets and shit for the race. Which also,
Yeah.
I was like, why are you wearing a wallet during the race?
Just in case you die, they can identify you.
I thought you were gonna make a joke of like, well, what if the cops pull you over? It's not just the fans. That
Hi,
make
Jimmy
the culture
Johnson.
So interesting. It's the drivers.
Tony
too,
Stewart.
baby. The reason we come to these races is for the loud.
The reason you do what to the races? I saw Bubba Wallace.
All right. NASCAR is often viewed
Hi,
as a
Bubba
very
Wallace again.
masculine sport as it's focused around cars and
Kevin
drinking. Yeah. Don't touch me, bitch. Most drivers match the aesthetic, but everyone has some skeletons in their closet. Chase Elliott is often regarded as one of the best-looking drivers in the game. Gets me hard just looking at him. He has a very loyal and devoted fan base called Chase Sexuals that
I don't know about all that.
Behind closed doors, rumors swirl that Chase is in fact a furry and is ashamed to go public.
I've heard of this.
Chase? Admit
I've
it.
heard
The
this
2020 driver
rumor.
posted a hand-drawn picture of a
I've heard this rumor. That's crazy that he's bringing it up. I have heard this rumor.
wolf with the caption, "Wolf Bambi?" What the fuck does that mean? Oh,
I
guess it's
have
because
heard
the
of
wolf
this
looks like
rumor.
Bambi. That motherfucker is definitely on DeviantArt. I want to see him be like, all right, and upload. All right, time for the big race. And then run, you know what I mean? Fans immediately assumed that he was a furry and began to pester him about his alleged secret identity. For years, this rumor has haunted him. And in 2024, he finally confronted the media about it, but only made things worse with his response. When talking to the Associated Press about his career in social media, he stated, and I quote,
I like the private life. Outside of racing, what I like to do, I like to do in private.
His response only made things worse.
No
And now the
wonder
rumor
they
is
had
all
that
but
fucking
true to
Yowie
many
fan
fans. Why would you
fiction
not
with
just
him being
own
the
it?
Omega.
Say, I like furry shit.
Yeah, I like furry shit. I also make way more money than you and get tons of pussy. Wolf Bambi. Or
Wolf
just like,
Bambi.
I don't f with furry shit. Sorry, I like drawing deers, dude. Or I like drawing wolves that are cute as f.
I have heard this rumor.
NASCAR
I
drivers
didn't know
with
the
diapers?
basis behind it.
I don't know how they do it. I'm claustrophobic as f. You get trapped in that car. Fuck that. Also, I can already tell. I know that. I mean, I know myself. I'd be having a pretzel or a hot dog before the race. I would.
So, funny thing, during the Coke 600, probably like, what was that, last week? Yeah, that was last week. During the Coke 600, Bubba Wallace, during the race, requested a Coca-Cola, and they just gave him a bottle of Coca-Cola with like a long straw. And then Shane Van Gisbergen, because it went into rain delay, he requested a Wendy's, like, is a Baconator from Wendy's? Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know these burgers off the top of my head. But he requested like a bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's, and like, yeah, we got one in the pit box for you. And he's like, yeah, let me get that. So yes, they do eat this shit in the car.
Loaded. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, getting sleepy on the track. Try and crash, whatever. Or just shit yourself.
Yeah.
Oh. Have to try to take off your helmet. NASCAR drivers have been known for some pretty insane things, but one driver gained a lot of attention for alleging his
Kurt Busch.
ex-girlfriend was a trained assassin. What? In 2015, Kurt Busch took his girlfriend Patricia Driscoll to court seeking a no-contact order. During the trial, each party alleged that the other had committed assault. But to back up his claims, Kurt claimed that his ex-girlfriend was an assassin who had been sent around the world on missions to kill high-profile targets.
Is she fucking Black
He
Widow?
said
What
that
the
on
fuck?
multiple occasions,
I
Patricia
don't
had
remember
shown him
this.
pictures
I know
of
he got.
mutilated
I know he
bodies
went
and
through the
gunshot
court
wounds
proceedings.
from her missions. Sounds like that bitch is just on Live Leak.
was
What
gonna
do you think of that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you did that? What? No. This is a Russian guy getting in a car wreck. What are you talking about? Don't hurt me. In one specific instance, while in El Paso, Texas, Patricia left the hotel wearing full camo and boots and later returned in only a trench coat. First off, I just want to say, God damn, the gift that keeps on giving. Some fucking snaggletooth bitch in camo, and then also all she comes back in, oh, hi. And only a trench coat? That means you think there was nothing under it. What did you do? That'd be so funny. Your girl's trying to seduce you? What do you think of that right there? What did you do?
Who did you do?
Who did you hurt?
Hurt me.
I don't know why, but I feel like he's like in his whitey tighties laying in a hotel bed with like a big bowl of ice cream on his belly. Just Ice Age playing full blast. Way too loud. Who did you hurt? Underneath her coat was a nightgown covered in blood and other unknown matter.
She's on her period.
I was gonna say, it sounded like she was queefing on her period or something like that. Okay. His girlfriend would call these claims insane and deny everything. Yeah, she's like, I was on my period and I was trying to turn him on. He was watching Ice Age and he wouldn't
Kurt
get hard.
Busch,
Despite
are
this
you
claim,
okay?
The courts
What?
believed that Busch had been violent towards Patricia, and NASCAR temporarily suspended him until prosecutors declined to press charges, and he was reinstated a few months later. Listen, buddy, a couple NASCAR guys beating their wives or their girlfriends, it comes with the territory, but you gotta keep it clean. That's the NASCAR
But,
association. When
I
she
think
comes
he's
over
been
and
through
she
some
has
shit.
Her gutty work spilling out of her pussy.
He's got
with
some
period
shit he's
blood.
gotta work
Don't
through.
hit
It's
her.
okay.
All right. Now here's your keys to your stock car again. When she onto her new trench coat while she's on her period, try not to hit her in the face too bad, all right? Yeah, I was gonna say cut off that. Lots of drivers have had legal issues throughout their careers, and most of the time they are for absolutely ridiculous reasons. Jim Vandiver was a respected driver during the late 60s and 70s, achieving success on the racetrack. In 1973, he was experiencing legal troubles with his wife over custody.
Yeah, so Jim that was the Pozzoli. Yeah, Jim Vandiver, I believe he bought like a fucking plane with his car, like with his race winnings from Talladega, and then he just never got offered a ride again or some shit.
Of their child and was scheduled to appear in court. The hearing fell on the same day as the Southern 500, one of NASCAR's crown jewel races, and Vandiver chose to race rather than attend court. Based.
That is based. I would rather go for a crown jewel race than a fucking court hearing. Get the fuck out of here.
And put a warrant out for his arrest. And during the race, Vandiver's car began to break down, and instead of returning to the pit to fix it, he quickly drove off to the track and hitchhiked home to avoid being arrested. All right, get me out of here.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I think he was in cowboy boots, like running across the track. I want to go home. NASCAR drivers are under a lot of stress from high intensity of the race. In a race dubbed the poop race, one driver had shit literally scared out of him. While racing in the series,
that's Tony Stewart. Yeah.
Cup Series race, Tony Stewart had a case of the bubble guts, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh.
That pretzel.
Here comes Tony Stewart in the orange Home Depot car. Uh-oh, there's just shit all over the windows of the car. He's just inside. During the race, he partially lost power to his vehicle, which is believed to have worsened his stomach issues. And on lap 20, Tony would shit himself and relay this to his crew. And for 70 or more laps, he sat there in his own shit swirling around his pants in the cab. We're not even gonna win this. Can I just pull in? Tony, that's a negative. You have to finish it. That'd be so funny, though. The whole thing, too, is they usually have binoculars and you follow the track like in a full circle. But the whole time, you just keep hearing like...
The thing is, he won this race.
Better's like, oh, fuck.
He won that race. It's super hot. Yeah, it's like, usually it's like 120 to 130 degrees in a car during the summer, especially in Watkins Glen.
He would win the race and pull into the pocket. Wait, what? Surprisingly, he would win the race and pull into the packed victory lane to briefly celebrate. As soon as he pulled up, everyone in his crew distanced themselves from the car and tried to keep press away from Tony, telling them he pulled a gutsy effort to win the race. God, f off. I wonder if he is the only recorded person having won a race with shit in their pants.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, fun fact, I went to a race a couple years ago where Tyler Reddick was very sick. This was 2024, I believe, if I'm not mistaking the year. I went to the Darlington race in 2024. It was the last race of the regular season. Tyler Reddick was trying to fight Kyle Larson. Was trying to fight Kyle Larson for the regular season points championship. And Tyler Reddick was super sick during that race. And he needed to just beat out Kyle Larson. Not like outright, he just needed to do well in the race. But he was super fucking sick. And he stuck through it, which, you know, very commendable. But there is a graphic that came out from like Sports Illustrated or something, or Sports Center or something, I don't remember. Or no, Bleacher Report. It's Bleacher Report. And it was a quote from Tyler Reddick where he said, "I'm throwing up, I'm shitting myself, all of it." So during this race, he was throwing up on himself and shitting himself, and he still won the regular season championship. So there's some fucking dedication there. How much did I say? 110 to maybe 130 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how much that is in Celsius.
That's a good question. There's got to be
no.
more.
There's got to be way more.
There's got to be a lot more accents, man.
Yeah, come on, dude. I just did it because I thought it was fun. I like the smell.
Did he go up to the podium and the girl like gives him the?
I imagine he got out of the car and, like I said, I think he did the same kind of cowboy boot, running across.
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
Celebrations after. If not, I'm going to be very disappointed if there wasn't visible shit on the outside of his pants. Him holding up the cup. Shit. Shit's taking all over it.
Imagine you shitting your own shit at that. Yeah. That's what I mean. These guys are troopers. They make a joke out of it because you're like, haha, you drove a race in pooping your pants. But it's like, you pooped yourself at 150 degrees and then also won a race against some of the best drivers on the planet.
And walk away to his trailer, but it was soon discovered that he had shit himself and a wave of shame followed him. The race was quickly dubbed the poop race, and people began to refer to him as Poo Poo Pants Tony. I mean, like, I don't give a what do you call me? This fucking poo-poo pants just won the race, bitch.
I still won the race. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying. Doesn't matter to me.
Which also, if you got last place, no one would know. Yeah. So you only know because I won the race.
Exactly.
I would actually hold it with some pride. I'd just start shitting myself every time. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's your gimmick.
You can't beat the baby.
I think Denny
shooting
Hamlin
racers.
pissed himself
Come on. But that's not even
a
the
couple
worst thing
years
to happen to
ago
Tony
for the
Stewart.
first time,
10
and he's
years
like,
later,
"Hey,
he
this
was
baby."
competing in a sprint car race and bumped into another driver's car, causing him to spin out. The driver of the car, Kevin Ward Jr., was enraged and got out of the car, running down the track as the rest of the drivers slowed down to hug the inside of the track to avoid the wreck. As Tony turned the corner, he briefly sped up and clipped Kevin, killing him instantly. And after the race, he faced charges of manslaughter and negligent homicide, but the judge dropped the charges altogether. Tony was still allowed to race after this and continued NASCAR until 2016.
Whoa.
What?
Poo-poo pants Tony.
I like we're like, yeah, he pooped his pants, he won a race, and it's just like, yeah, by the way, 10 years later, he just fucking ran a guy over. That has to be intentional.
You think
No.
I think so.
Why'd the other guy get out of the car?
I think he was pissed and he was like running up the side of the track or something, and they fucking turned the corner, and he just fucking clipped him. And it killed him. I wonder if there's a clip of it. Can we show it? Editor, put up a clip of it. With a sport as chaotic as this, it goes without saying.
So I'm gonna say this. You can put it on record. I don't give a shit. If you get out of your car on a live racetrack and you go into live traffic, it's probably not a smart idea to do. That's exactly what happened with Kevin Ward Jr. and Tony Stewart. He got out of his car after Tony wrecked him, which he probably did. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole race. But, like, if you were to run out of the middle of the road, yeah, you're under racing conditions. You are barely in control of your vehicle. You are on the edge of control. Under caution, they are still going 40 to 50 miles an hour. He got out of his car. I understand it's not protocol, but a lot of times drivers, if they're mad, they'll throw helmets, they'll flip the bird, they'll, make motions towards the driver who wrecked them. That's fine. But Kevin Ward Jr. got right up into traffic to give Tony a piece of his mind. Listen, it's an unfortunate tragedy, but why would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? Why are you going up into race car traffic to try and speak your mind? Again, I get it. You could throw your helmet, you can flip the bird, you can do whatever you want, but like you reach out and then you get clipped by a fucking sprint car. It's sprint cars, when they accelerate, their rear wheels kick out. That's just how dirt track racing is. Whenever they accelerate, and you kind of have to accelerate going through a corner because of how, it is. And even at 40 miles an hour, it's still a fucking sprint car. It's a heavy-ass fucking vehicle. First you hear it, you're like, what the fuck? Why'd you hit him? But then the more you know, you're like, yeah, that was definitely not everyone's fault. It was definitely just an unfortunate circumstance. And obviously, I don't want to ever put blame on a guy. I think he was like 20. I think Kevin Ward Jr. was 20. Like, he was a young dude. He was mad. And of course, people get upset at racing because obviously it's a sport, you're going to get upset. But it's like, you can't, that's a very poor decision to make. And unfortunately, it cost him his life. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I see things differently because I was such a big Tony Stewart fan. But you can't go into traffic of a live race, even under yellow, and try and do that shit. At least he was also the under influence, so steps could have been taken upon him. Yeah. I don't like ever bringing up the thing that he's under the influence because it feels like it's almost like trying to put the blame on him. I'm not saying that's like obviously something people do, but it's like the decision making was not great. A lot of steps could have been prevented, or a lot of steps could have been taken to prevent it, is what I want to say. And it's an absolute tragedy it happened, and it's awful that it even had the opportunity to happen. That's the point I'm trying to make. But there are so many things that could have gone into it. I hate when people, like Tony Stewart, Like Kevin Ward Jr., he had his own racing career. Tony Stewart had his own racing career. It upsets me that a lot of people make that night each of their legacy. And it really bothers me. Because it was just truly, at the end of the night, it was just like a unfortunate circumstance. I don't think it was anything more than
that there are all sorts of crimes that take place in and off the track. When you put a bunch of passionate and dangerously drunk fans in the same place, it's only a matter of time before someone gets arrested. In the middle of a race that took place at the Richmond International Raceway, a shirtless man named James Dennis decided
I remember this guy.
blocking
I remember
audience
seeing
members
this
from the track. That's a no-no. Once he accomplished his goal, he sat up there as security scrambled to get him down, fearing he might drunkenly fall off onto the track and be flattened by one of the fucking NASCARs, dude. He was eventually convinced to come down before being immediately grabbed and arrested. Later, he was charged with disorderly conduct and public intoxication. I'm surprised he was able to get that far up. It's a fucking tall fence. You think he was straddling it?
That's pretty impressive. Hi, MSM.
That's what he's fuck you, Jeff! That'd actually be so sick. Give him hell, brother. Give him hell.
I bet people were throwing him beers.
Yeah, take that.
You guys see Carson
I was thinking
Osavar
his
when
buddy
he
like
won?
doing that
People
kind
were
of thing.
throwing beers on the track. He tried to catch one and shotgun it, but it missed him by like a couple feet.
This is something that happens all too often, with videos all over the internet showcasing security guards ripping drunk fans down from fences, acting like children. Some fans get so deeply attached to the sport that they'll find and assault racers they despise. Kyle Busch, for example, is no stranger
Rest
to
in
this.
peace.
One 26-year-old NASCAR fan found him signing autographs after a race and decided to get in his face and strike him across the chest. They started to shove each other around as the crowd around them taunted Kyle and cheered on the fan. Yeah, f him up! I was like, what the f is going on? I like I struck him in the chest. And there's a paralyzer right to his chest.
Rest in peace,
Stop his
buddy.
heart. Dude, how
I can't believe Kyle Busch is
the
gone,
fake
man.
came up
That
to you and they
fucked
did
me
the
up.
fucking 5-finger exploding heart technique.
Now take 5 steps.
Kyle Busch is you learned the 5-point exploding heart technique? Just does the entire ending of Kill Bill Volume 2. For many fans, driving in a NASCAR race is a dream come true. And at the 1986 Talladega race, one man fulfilled his dream. Just as the race was getting ready to start,
Hey,
the driver of the
this
pace car
guy.
had gotten out and left the keys inside the vehicle while it was still on the track. While the vehicle was unattended, 20-year-old Darren Crowder sprinted from the infield and climbed inside. Before anyone could stop him, he was already racing around the 2.5-mile track at over 100 miles an hour and completed one lap before authorities even realized what was happening. It was being broadcast live as confused commenters watched police chase him until a blockade of trucks stopped him, and officers pulled him from the vehicle. Following his arrest, he was held on a $10,000 bond and faced charges of resisting arrest, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, attempted assault, and grand theft auto, baby. GTA. Though no
Good
sentence
game.
was ever reported, his toxicology report was released and showed that he wasn't even drunk, which spawned tons of rumors in the NASCAR community. One rumor claimed that he was in jail. He attacked an inmate with a boot, which led him to being transferred to a mental hospital.
That's kind of crazy.
Another stated that he never even had a ticket to the event and was actually test driving a motorcycle before making a detour into the stadium and stealing a car.
It doesn't matter, man. If I got
his
to...
wife had cancer and he had a mental breakdown due to the stress.
Which one do you think?
I think he saw an open door to a car.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he
He's
just
like,
saw
"I'm
an
gonna go
opportunity
fast,"
and he was
got
crazy
in
enough to
and
fucking hop in.
Exactly.
He's like, you
And
know what,
he's
if
like,
I'm
"Now
going to
I'm
get
in trouble,
arrested,
but
it doesn't
not
matter.
that
I just
trouble."
want to drive
Over
this
in
shit at
Tennessee, one
Talladega.
woman became so sick of her husband's obsession with NASCAR that she plotted to murder him. You go, girl.
Oh, this is my future,
23-year-old
baby.
Stephanie Hammond was a troubled woman that made the
You let
decision
the voices
to devote
win,
her
you
life
did.
to God. She would supposedly speak to him and be instructed on how to better her life.
Everyone gets instructions from God.
I talk to him all the time.
Me too,
before I go
baby.
to bed, he
He's-
whispers things.
He's talking to me now.
Kill yourself.
Are you sure?
Kill yourself.
God supposedly told her not to smoke marijuana, something she loved doing, unless she was using it to
Kill
unwind in the
yourself.
evening. Yeah. Hey, you should not puff as much unless you're totally trying to vibe out during the evening. Okay, God. Because her husband Steven loved NASCAR, Stephanie started to resent him. She claimed that he worshipped the NASCAR race at Bristol. Steven worshiping something other than God seemed to send her mind into
Damn,
chaos.
she tiny
God
as
soon
fuck.
instructed
What the
her to
hell?
drive her car directly into the church across the street.
What?
Steven found her lying on the floor of the altar where she claimed that the devil was inside of her before lunging at him and driving a large kitchen knife into his chest. He pulled the knife out and ran back to his apartment before calling the police and rushing to the hospital. Stephanie was arrested soon after.
Whoa.
I'm fucking sorry. He pulled the fucking steak knife out of his chest and then ran to his fucking house? Who is this guy? I hope he's a Bubba Wallace fan.
Hey, where'd you get the knife?
We do not have enough. I want to know so much more about that. Editor, give a quick blurb about what happened.
She probably had untreated schizophrenia, which got worse from smoking a bunch of weed, hence why God told her to stop smoking. When I smoke it, I start seeing things others don't. Evan Hilbert woman claims devil told her to stab NASCAR worshipping husband.
So it's like the bitch is talking to God, but she's also like, thy will be done. And then she's hanging out in the altar.
Smoking a doobie.
Yeah, I'm trying to unwind, but the devil's got a hold of me. NASCAR is obviously a dangerous sport, with cars sometimes exceeding 200 miles per hour. The risks from crashes are extremely high. Tragically, this is followed by many deaths. Though NASCAR fans have seen deaths at the hand of flying debris and even lightning strikes during races, no death made more of an impact than the death of Dale Earnhardt, aka one of America's greatest soldiers. I don't think literally, but he's one of the coolest men ever. Dale was one of the best racers in NASCAR history, winning 76 races
top
over 21
10
years,
greatest
including 7
Americans
Cup
ever.
championships.
I'd
He was
say.
nicknamed the Intimidator because of his hyper-aggressive driving style, which scared other drivers as he sped by his sleek, pitch-black number 3 car. God, it's badass.
It is
During the 2001
badass.
Daytona 500, Dale was hit from behind by a car he was blocking,
Godspeed,
causing him to lose control and slam into the concrete debris at over 200 miles an hour. The move also allowed his son and best friend to advance, taking first and second place. Many say that NASCAR died with Dale, and following his death, he was cemented as an American icon. The term "raise hell, praise Dale" is synonymous
hell,
with
praise
NASCAR
Dale,
and
baby.
ingrained in the redneck culture of
Godspeed.
America. Outside the Daytona track is a 9-foot, 1,200-pound bronze statue of Dale, where people leave all sorts of tributes and offerings. It's fucking awesome. Also, I will say, what's fucked up about that is at the time, I believe there was like a new neck brace. I think everyone
the
wears it
Hans
now, but
device.
it was new at the time, and all the old heads were like, I'm not gonna fucking wear that. That's a pussy
He also
shit."
had the
I think
open face
literally
helmet,
would've
which
worn
is
that.
really
He
what
would've
I
survived.
think got him.
God.
Like he declined to wear it that day. Fact check, but I'm almost positive that's
Jesus.
from the reports I've seen. But you know what, man? He's a hero.
Sorry.
He is a hero. He died a hero. He's kind of like Jesus.
I'd almost think that he's better than Jesus.
All
He's the
right, let's
Intimidator.
calm down.
Also, having your nickname be the Intimidator, holy shit. How cool is that?
crazy.
Also, I will say, I don't know what they were smoking in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, all that shit, whatever.
Didn't cough in my mouth.
merch,
Open up, baby.
good shit. Oh, it's good. It's good stuff. At least it used to be. I don't know how it is anymore, but man, nice like paintings of the cars and stuff. Paintings
Oh,
of the
yeah.
great.
NASCAR
Really good design.
2000
In North Carolina, there is
early
a
2000 drip was
47,000 square
crazy.
foot NASCAR museum that is
Yo.
nearly entirely
Yo.
dedicated to housing just Dale
Texan,
Earnhardt
open up your
memorabilia.
necks, baby.
Everything related to Dale skyrocketed in value, and people began to hoard their memorabilia. His death not only changed the culture, but also the NASCAR market. And a few years ago, a Dale Earnhardt card sold for $75,000. Another man had an Earnhardt jacket appraised at over $20,000. And one person even received a massive collection of memorabilia from their father as an inheritance. If you go to any racetrack, it's not uncommon to see multiple people with Earnhardt
Yeah.
tattoos. It's just, it's the
Everyone
Virgin
loves
Mary
Dale,
candle.
baby.
Yeah.
You know, it's an idea, it's a concept, it's a philosophy. That's what Dale represented. Rip to the goat! NASCAR carries a bizarre and outrageous history with it, as well as being home to some of the wildest and most passionate fans in the world. There's something fascinating about the chaos of it all, whether it's drivers getting into fist fights post-race or fans going absolutely wild on the boulevard. It's intoxicating. There's something that's so undeniable about it. Even when you try to put it down as like, oh, you just go in circles. When you're there, it's an amazing phenomenon. And I will say, even if you don't watch the races, you should check out any NASCAR documentary. It's freaking awesome.
I agree.
I don't know why.
I
don't know what it is
agree.
about it.
100%.
WWE has great party stories.
No. Unironically, you guys should, if you do not do anything else, watch some of Emp Lemon's videos on NASCAR. I don't give a shit if you don't care about NASCAR. If you don't want to watch the races every week, that's completely fine. I think you guys should watch some of Emp Lemon or Slap Shoes videos on NASCAR because it makes you respect the sport. It is so much more than just guys turning left. Okay? That's all you need to know.
Weird, like they travel so much. NASCAR is like equally as crazy, and also like the
One
weird
sport at a time,
interpersonal relationships between the drivers and the kind of chaos that surrounds that, and also like the rise, like the amount of racing you have to do to get to NASCAR. It's very fascinating. So pretty fucking wild, man. We got to do a video just on Talladega. I feel like there's more to Talladega than we have. I feel like we just scratched the surface, dude. But hey, until next time, guys, drive safe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Papa Meat. Thank you. Thank you, Papa Meat. I think he did the sport well. You know, the whole Kevin Ward situation is a little dicey, but I think it did well. He covered it pretty interestingly. There is a lot of silliness that goes into NASCAR, and I'll be the first to admit that.